Hey guys, welcome back. We are going to be doing another Bible reading today. This Bible here, the same one as always. We'll be starting on page 13 of the Bible in mine. Genesis chapter 18, verses 1 through 15. And this is called A Son Promised to Abraham and Sarah. The Lord appeared to Abraham by the oaks of Mamre, as he sat at the entrance of his tent in the heat of the day. He looked up and saw 3 men standing near him. When he saw them, he ran from the tent entrance to meet them and bowed down to the ground. He said, "My Lord, if I find favor with you, do not pass by your servant. Let a little water be brought, and wash your feet, and rest yourselves under the tree. Let me bring a little bread, that you may refresh yourselves, and after that you may pass on, since you have come to your servant." So they said, "Do as you have said." And Abraham hastened into the tent to Sarah and said, "Make ready quickly 3 measures of choice flour, knead it, and make cakes." Abraham ran to the herd and took a calf, tender and good, and gave it to the servant, who hastened to prepare it. Then he took curds and milk and the calf that he had prepared and set it before them, and he stood by them under the tree while they ate. They said to him, "Where is your wife Sarah?" And he said, "There, in the tent." Then one said, "I will surely return to you in due season, and your wife Sarah shall have a son." And Sarah was listening at the tent entrance behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah were old, advanced in age. It ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women. So Sarah laughed to herself, saying, "After I have grown old, and my husband is old, shall I have pleasure?" The Lord said to Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh and say, 'Shall I indeed bear a child now that I am old?' Is anything too wonderful for the Lord? At the same time I will return to you in due season, and Sarah shall have a son." But Sarah denied, saying, "I did not laugh," for she was afraid. He said, "Oh yes, you did laugh." Okay, so this story is basically piggybacking off the last story, continuing it. So this is Abraham and Sarah got told that they were going to be able to have a son. Sarah's going to be able to conceive a son and bear this child, and God told them that. And so these 3 men appear to Abraham, and Abraham goes and tells Sarah to make cakes for them. He goes and get meat ready for them. He goes and gets all this like milk and cheese and dairy products from the cow, like all these fancy things, right? They're living in this old world where they don't have a lot of things, but they do. So they're making all these things for these people because they're from the Lord, and these people are gonna help them and all these things, right? So he's so thankful for them because they come from the Lord. And this guy says, "Where is Sarah?" One of the 3 men do, and he says, "Let me take Sarah, and she will come back with a child." So that's what the Lord's plan was with that. And Sarah laughed because she's like, "I'm this old, how am I gonna conceive a child," right? To herself, but she denies that she actually laughed because for some reason she feels guilty or whatever, or denying what the Lord said he could do. I think that's what is saying, that she's like laughing because she's like, how is this going to be? How can the Lord do this? But then she denies laughing, and that's where it ends, being like she lied to this guy, but he said, "Oh yes, you did laugh." But so don't lie. I think that's a good thing from here, because they're getting a very good miracle from God, and these good things are happening to them. So why is she lying about just laughing? Like, but so be thankful for what you have, and try your best to see the good in things, even when it's difficult sometimes. Which it is difficult a lot of the times, but try your best and try to be with God, and he will help you through it. So let me know what you guys think about this, any things you want to say to me, whatever, so we can communicate, create a good environment, and we will start this next section, the end of chapter 18, tomorrow. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.